Oh, hey guys, Phil here, and I'm going to do something different today. For you playground viewers, hi, it's been a while. And in part, that's because I've been working on my master's degree in classical piano. I thought it would be fun to analyze some pieces that we wouldn't normally see in a class setting like this. The Mahavishnu Orchestra's The Dance of Maya. This is my brief but spectacular contribution to the world of music theory. Let's get started. So we have our A section clearly up front, which takes 3 times through to build. The first time through, just the chords, right? Second time we add the drums. We fill it out a bit. That's why I like to add octaves there. And this chord part here sort of acts like a melody, because that's all we're hearing. We don't hear the guitar lead or the violin yet. Okay, they come through on the third time, and that is... Okay, we add that. That all is the A section, okay? Then we get into our B section, which is our bluesy boogie-woogie feel down here. And on the recording that we know, John McLaughlin takes a ripping guitar solo here, okay? But we're still staying in that 10/8 meter. We're just leaning in more into this blues shuffle feel. So we have some great examples of some juxtapositions here in this piece, right? We have not only the juxtaposition of styles here, traditional blues feel, right, with this boogie-woogie, but still modern with this 10/8 meter, right? We have that little hiccup at the end of it. And that's the modern, right? So we have that juxtaposition, but we also have within this piece juxtaposing sections. Now, the amazing thing about this piece, in my opinion, is the way that we get back to our A material. We're going to keep playing that B, that ending theme from B here, while the band, the bass, drums, and keys, go back to the A pattern that they played. That's going to be able to work together here because our meter isn't changing. The form is going to be intact here. Let me show you. We put it together like this. This is a really interesting play with tension and release. Typically, we might see a B section building in dynamics, creating tension, and then releasing the tension by resolving back to the A section. Ah, familiar material, we're back. And that is kind of what we see here, but we see it done sort of with an interesting, unique way of elongating the tension, right? We have our theme from the end of the piece lingering, juxtaposed over the material from the beginning of the piece. This is tough for our ears to hear. It's really cool and interesting, but our ears aren't used to this kind of a juxtaposition. And this is what's beautiful about the elongated tension here. Now, how do we release that tension? Well, eventually, as the band, the rhythm section plays this A form underneath this B material, it's going to go one time through the form, and then it's going to come back and start again. Upon returning to that A material again, the second time through, the melodic instruments finally come back to their A material, okay? So we have this tension building for a while of this. Especially on some of these chords where it's not really supposed to work. That tension builds for an entire time through the form of the A material. Only when we get to the end of the form do the melodic material come back to this. And so on. We finally get release when we hear that, which is so funny to me because in the beginning, when we first hear this A material as it's introduced, it's very tense, it's very dissonant, it's very angular, not only because of the meter, but because of the harmonic motion and the melody. But after we've gone from A to B, and then have had our pull of the B melody over the A form and harmonic parts, now suddenly when everyone arrives back at A, it feels like the release of the tension. Isn't that interesting? So I hope this was a fun, different sort of look at music today. I know it was different for our playground viewers here on the channel. Let me know if you guys have questions.